neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Tennessee Titans. On the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. On the other side, it's the Tennessee head coach. These guys also fell in the opener a week ago, so we've got a couple of teams here desperately wanting to avoid an 0-2. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Britton Covey now on the return. And a solid one back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009. Off-balance throw, incomplete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Rams first down.
First down, Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Cedric Gray.
Throwing again is Stafford. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is the Pro Bowler, Jeffrey Simmons. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So it's 4th down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback. Has to come out to the 20-yard line. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and, frankly, this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand if they're going to come into today's game and have some success, they've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
That run on first down lost a couple, so it's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Ward. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Jared Hurst in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
Well, I think to say this series has been a disaster is putting it mildly. 2 plays in, all they've done is go in the wrong direction. They need something big here. They need someone to create a little bit of a spark and prevent them from going 3 and out on their opening possession.
This one downfield for Okonkwo. That is brought in to the 20. And he will take this one in. 88 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. And for Cam Ward, the first overall selection in April, career touchdown pass #1. Beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Rams offense going to take over now for the second time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9. It's another run here for Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Stafford on target to Puka, and the Rams have a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Stafford going to tap this one forward. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this to Kyron Williams. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. The motion man is Nakua. On the play fake, here's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Cora. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. He's got room at the 30. He'll be stopped short of first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Stafford now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. He gets in to record his 2nd sack here in the 1st quarter.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck with his pass rush.
And that resistant, and they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
Gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
They'll go back to Pollard on first down. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. With that, I will give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game.
At the Rams' 30-yard line.
So after one, it's the Titans out to the early lead. We're back in Music City after this. Titans football here to start quarter number 2. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. As we are ready to get back underway. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield. But this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
Third and long. Here's Ward. Complete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense drops back onto the field. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality, you just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last-place team in this division last year. It shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And, I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom looking up, pretty remarkable. But to your point, like, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners. The Rams and Sean McVay always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray, plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely. And just think even a couple years,
he gets free. And he will go all the way. 2-2 Atwell. Touchdown, L.A. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
The extra point from Hardy is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's 10-7. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This taken at the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a league, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple of years. So as bad as things feel if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got #1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit, Trevor Lawrence, and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be #1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, like, we've seen him play top-tier, #1 overall, got a big new contract. I mean, we've seen him play franchise quarterback level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee higher up that list.
Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wolf. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Puna 4. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and
out of the gun, Ward. Throw on the run is complete. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Hovey now on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Rams offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release. The draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau. And some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out of your mind. Interested to see how they fit in the league as the season gets going.
Obviously, so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when we talk about him.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Open right side is likely. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, L.A.
1st down, Rams.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a 1st down. Play action now for Stafford. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To the air again. Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play,
a big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Titans offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Play fake, now Ward to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Ward. Moving outside the pocket. And he'll get down and avoid the hit. Gain about 7. Setting up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
One final throw before the break. He's got his tight end. That's a combo. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the 1st half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We enjoyed it so much last week, the EA folks said, hey, come back, let's do it again. So here we are, week 2. Let's get after it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at legendary Lambeau Field. It's the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And he was a top 10 rusher from a year ago, Josh Jacobs. He had 15 touchdowns on the ground last year. He's got his first of the new season right now. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Sam Darnold, his 100th career touchdown pass. The Seahawks still trail, however, and that game's gone to half. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. And here it's Tua looking for and finding his favorite target, Tyreek Hill. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Dolphins on top in this one at halftime. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay difference. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags will also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second down at the Rams' 26-yard line.
Throwing is Ward. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up. Back to throw is Ward. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team hit the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5,
that's over the middle and intercepted. Hit by the rookie out of Penn State. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now it's Ward. Middle of the field, he's got a control. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Titans first down.
Play action. Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up second.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. Gillett forward for maybe a yard. Kello Witherspoon up to make the tackle. Gotta get this to the 25. Here's third down. To throw is Ward. The ball comes out. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. From the 44-yard line, here's second and a yard. They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Los Angeles.
They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield. Complete. And he's in. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That his first touchdown of the new year. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Makes the score Titans 16, Rams 14.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense and quarterback Cam Ward headed back out onto the field, and he's had it go into the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now he'll try to keep it going. To the left side, caught by Ridley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. Woo! And he is out of bounds at the 45. First and 10.
14 yards. And the Titans first down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. He'll get this out wide. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 48-yard line.
Now Ward on a designed run. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Titans first down.
Ward going to tap this one forward. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up second down at the 46-yard
Lost 1
line.
on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap for Ward. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third.
Out of the gun, Ward. And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And that'll set up 4th down.
Punt formation for
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. Base end Britton Covey back deep. The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a first down to boot.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
34-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Play action, Stafford. Going right back to Nakua, complete. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second
Now
down.
a second down throw for Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3.
At the Titans' 32-yard line.
Throwing again is Stafford. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. first down throw for Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
Now on 2nd and long. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Atwell. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. The shotgun, it's Stafford. That one, taken in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, L.A. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Joshua Carty on 4th.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. It is 2nd and a yard.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at their 48-yard.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Oh, a loose football. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're already up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
The Rams offense ready to take over once again. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They put Adams in motion. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.